Good morning, fourth graders. It's Mr. McClure, your fourth grade teacher here with another YouTube video. Videos today, we're going to cover a couple different things just at the top so you kind of know what we're doing. And then I think at the end of the video, I'll give you a little tour of the house. So something fun at the end. It's not super clean, just so you know. We're going to start. I just want to go over what whole group is going to be this week so you kind of know. Whole group this week. Monday through Friday, just trying to do some good out in the world. So you might say, hey, Mr. McClure, could doing some good in the world look like? It could look like a bunch of different things. But we'll talk about what that is and then also continue that new skill. So there's a bunch of new skills out there. I'll read through them in a second, but wanted to talk first about doing good in the world. So Monday through Friday, your job is just to do good. Here's some brainstorming some ways that you guys could do some good in the world. You could write an encouraging letter to a friend or a loved one. You could send an encouraging text to a friend or loved one. You could send an encouraging email or Facebook message, or you could call a friend and just ask how they're doing. Ask about the best part of their day or what they're doing to keep themselves entertained and excited while we are inside of our homes. So that's the whole week, Monday through Friday. Just doing some good in the world and continuing those new skills. So I want to share with you some of those new skills that kids have come up with. The document that we did worked pretty good. Some kids had a little bit of a hard time because they erased other people's, but it's not a big deal because I'm just going to go over them with you. Bella wants to have 100 active minutes a day. Frankie is going to do some gardening and biking more. Frankie, we can be gardening buddies. We planted our lettuce yesterday. Daniel is going to climb the walls of his house, hopefully just the inside walls, not the outside, and learn how to cook. Josh, his goal is to not get sick, which is by staying inside. That's how you're going to do that. But he is going to get outside for at least 10 minutes a day just to be out in the sun. Sarah is going to learn how to cook some gluten-free desserts. I'm sure they'll be yummy. Uriel, you guessed it, he's going to give up disc golf. He said he's never going to play again, which makes me a little bit sad. That's a joke. Of course, he's going to play some disc golf. He's going to disc golf, put a disc from 20 feet and make it consistently putt from 20 feet. Zalman's going to play some tennis and soccer. Miles is going to do some yoga. My kids are doing that in the morning. And he's going to do a little disc golf and baking. Menachem, don't know yet. Simon's going to run or walk a mile on a treadmill. Fee Mayer's got a bunch. Walk or run. Walk or run a mile every day. My other one is to be more active inside. I'm getting 100 active minutes. Zach's getting outside 2 hours a day. That's a lot. Good for you. Playing some soccer, some football, some basketball. Pearl, had something. I didn't see that one. Some other kids want to play football, be outside. Someone wants to learn Chinese, which is awesome. Someone is stretching and dancing for 90 minutes. That's fun. Sheffer says, where's Sheffers? Sometimes some of these are a little bit hard for me to find on the stream. I forget what Sheffers was. Sapphire wants to learn how to crochet. My grandma crocheted for like 40 years. Learn a new stitch in knitting and teach that dog a new trick. So that's pretty fun. Those are some fun new skills that you guys picked up. And I'll continue working out. And we're gardening. We planted our lettuce. I'll show you at the end of the video. Math today. Okay, let me erase this so we have some room. And hopefully you can see the board. When I look at the screen, I can see that you can see it. We have a light right above my computer that I put a jacket over so it doesn't blind coming off the reflection. If you're having a hard time seeing, let me know in the comments below. And let me move this down just a little bit. Okay, today we're going to do Unit 6-7, Partial Quotient Division. I know you guys are excited about that. We're doing Part 2. In Part 2 at the end, we're going to practice one problem that has a remainder. Don't get scared. It'll be okay. I'll do a warm-up with you. We'll do the math message. Math message is going to be 2 problems we're going to work out together, and then I'm actually going to do page 206 with you guys as a class. So we'll kind of do it together. Materials you're going to need, if you right after I give the materials, if you want to pause it and grab those, you're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil, like some writing utensils. You're going to need your math book. Open to page 206, and your brain, of course. So pause it, grab that stuff, and welcome back. Okay, let me erase this so we can get started with your warm-up. So here's your first warm-up. Let me turn to my page. And we'll just kind of go rapid fire. You can just yell it at the screen. 6 times 7. 6 times 7. Right. 6 times 7 is 42. Well done, Zalman. Next one is 60 times 7. 60 times 7. So 6 times 7 is 42. 60 times 7 is 420. And the next one's going to be 600 times 7. 600 times 7. Many hands are up. Is it okay if we play the game that I'm pretending that I'm back in the classroom, because that's what I'm doing? Pearl has her hand up. She did it all by herself. She got 4,200. Well done. Okay. That's the first one. Second one, get those brains warmed up. I'm not going to write these down. You can just kind of yell them out at the screen. First one is 7 times 8. 7 times 8. 56, correct. Next one, 70 times 8. 560, correct. And the last one, we'll give you a hard one for the last one. This will be the challenge one. 700 times 80. I'm going to write it up there one more time. 700 times 80. Right? And 700 times 80 is 56,000. 7 times 8, basic fact, 56. Add 1, 2, 3 zeros attached to the end. Well done. Okay, so here we go. Partial quotient division. We also called it Big 7. I'm going to do a review problem for you, and then we'll work some problems together. If you want to work this one with me, you can, but you don't have to. If you just want to follow along, that is fine. Your first problem is going to be, let me find it on my chart. It's a big one, okay? It's going to be 112. Let me write it bigger. Okay. 112 divided by 4. Okay. First step in partial quotient division is to bring this down. Remember, the quotient is the answer in a division problem. We're going to get the partial quotients, which are the added up ones over here, and then the answer is going to go up top. So you got to ask yourself, how do you eat an elephant, right? One bite at a time. We have 112. It's a big elephant. It's a big problem. So how are we going to do it? We're going to take out chunks, right? We can do it in one of two different ways. We can start with tens, or we can go bigger than that. So if we look at our first one, can we take out 10 groups of 4? 10 groups of 4. Well, 10 groups of 4 is 40. So yes, we can take out 10 groups of 4. Let's go up to the next one. Can we take out 20 groups of 4? Well, 20 groups of 4, 20 times 4 is 80. Yes, we can. Okay, so I'm going to write down 20, and I'm just going to test 30 to see if it works. 30 times 4. Well, 3 times 4 is 12. Add a 0, it's 120. 120 is a little bit bigger than this one, so we know we can't take out 30. So we're going to start with our 20. 20 times 4 is 80, right? So 20 times 4, the answer goes down here, right? And then we subtract it. 2 minus nothing is 2. We have 1 cookie, we can't eat 8. So we're going to go over to our hundreds. We're going to trade a group of hundreds and bring it over here. So now this 10 became 110, or 11, however you want to think about that. 11 minus 8 is 3. So our new dividend, right, our new answer that we're trying to get into is 32. So you can look at it now and say, 4 times something gives me 32. 4 times something gives me 32. You can do it a couple different ways. Let's say you're not super strong with multiplication skills, and that's okay. That's something to work on while we are on break. You can do 5 groups. 5 times 4 is 20. Notice I put it below, so my problem is going from 112 to 32, and it's going to get even smaller. 32 minus 20 is 12. At this point, you should say, oh, 4 times 3, of course, that's 12. I'm going to put my 3 over here. 3 times 4 is 12. And yes, Josh, you always go all the way, you go all the way until you get to 0, and you'll see why in just a second. So we got to 0, we know we're done. So we come back over here to our partial quotients, we draw a line, we put a plus sign, and it's time to add those up. 20 plus 5 plus 3 is 28. So the answer is 28. And we just worked our first problem together. So again, the steps are, see how many groups of 10 fit in. We could have taken out 10 groups, but we chose to take out 20 because that's bigger. That times that is that. Subtract the 2, you get 32. Take out a group of 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Take out a group of 3. 3 times 4 is 12. We could have, if we wanted to, we could have said 8 times 4, because 5 plus 3 is 8. We could have said 8 times 4 is 32. We could have done that, but we chose to have it be a little bit longer. Could you do it shorter, Dylan? Yes, you can. Okay. Next one. This one I want you to do with me. Okay, so get your pencils sharp. And here's the one I want you to do with me. The problem is going to be 162 divided by 6. So 162 is your dividend. Your divisor is 6. Okay, so first step. What's the first step? Sarah Gold, what do you think the first step is? You are correct. It is to take out 10 groups. Okay, so can we take out 10 groups? Yes, we can. 10 times 6 is 60. Subtract it. We have 102 left. Okay, what could we do then? Can we take out another 10 group, Sheffer? Sheffer says, yes, we can. 10 times 6, 60. We subtract it again, now we have 42. Those of you that are good with your division facts, 6 times what is 42? Sapphire, you are correct. 6 times 7 is 42. So we've gotten to the end of the problem. 42 minus 42 is 0, right? And that's where we add everything up. 10 plus 10 plus 7 is 27. So our answer is 27. Isaac, do you want to come in and say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Isaac's in his quiet time, but he heard me talking, so we want to come and say hi to you. Okay, so let's do 2 more problems together now. And the great thing about this is you could work the problem in many different ways, right? You could have done, just for like quickness sake, you could have done 162 divided by 6. You could have taken out 20 groups first, get 42 left, then take out 7 groups, and got 27. Or you could have gone really long way if you wanted to. I'm gonna do this one over here, 6. That's confusing, let me erase it. Could have even gone the super long way. Any way is fine. So Nava, notice I didn't call you Hannah Miriam. Nava, you could even go really long way. Take out 10 groups. Have 102. Take out another 10 groups. Maybe you don't know 6 times 7 is 42. That's okay. Maybe you're still working on your 7s. You can take out 5 groups. 5 times 6 is 30. You got 12 left. 6 times what is 12? 2. That would have been another okay way to do it. Right? Okay. Last one. Or we have 2 more in this math video. So turn to page 206. I'll do my best to always give you the right page number, but I'll mess up every once in a while. Okay. Top of page 206, the problem is 184 divided by 8. Problem says there are 184 plants to put into pots. Sounds like what we planted some seedlings yesterday. We didn't do that many though. Each pot can hold 8 plants. How many pots are needed? Okay. Should we do an estimate first? Yes, we should. Always do your estimate. So if you do your estimate, well, 184 is close to 200. 8 is close to 10. 200 times 10, that's not too hard. It's 20. So that's our estimate. Unknown number model. 184 divided by 8 equals, what are we looking at? P for pots. Right. And then we can work the problem out together. So why don't you pause it right now, work it by yourself. I'll come back in a second. Okay, and time to work it. How many groups of 8 can we take out? I heard a loud 20. Okay. 20 times 8. Yeah, you shouldn't yell that loud though. There's a new baby at home. You're going to wake him up. 20 times 8, 160. What do you have left? Simon is correct. You've got 24 left. You have 24 left. How many times does 8 go into 24? You guys are pretty quick with your 8s, most of you. So Bella knew that 3 times 8 is 24 because she's been working on her multiplication facts. We get down to a 0. What do we do now? Levi knows the answer. He doesn't want to raise his hand, so I'm going to call on him. Levi, what do we do? Yes, we add the 2 together. We got 23, and the answer is 23. Okay, we're going to work one more together. This one's going to have a remainder. Don't let that throw you off. A remainder is as simple as a number of something remaining, right? The word remainder means you just have something remaining, right? So if you're eating breakfast and you ate most of your breakfast but you didn't eat your eggs are remaining, right? It's whatever is left over. Okay. So we're going to see what we have left over in this problem. We're going to do a really big one. Why not? 371 divided by 3. Let's do a really big one for our first remainder problem. Sometimes our math book, I think, is kind of funny because it says, let's do something the first time and let's make it really big. But it's the same whether it would have been small or big. Okay. So, you know what? Let's do this. Just for like giggles, let's make it 37 so you can just see the process. Okay. So you start with how many groups go into 37? Well, 10 groups of 3. Right? You have 7 left. Right? 3, how many times does 3 go into 7? It doesn't go in equally, does it? No, but we can get at least 2 groups. 2 times 3 gets us close. 2 times 3 is 6. We have 1 left over. What do? Here's all you need to know. Anytime this number is smaller than this number, again, this number here is smaller than this number, you are done with the problem and you have a remainder. You add it up, you get 12. You can write it many different ways. I'm going to write it like this. 12 remainder 1. This is the one that's left over. You could also write it, or 12, remainder, 1. What are we dividing by? 1/3. Because in reality, it's really a fraction. It's 12 and 1/3. But if that's like messing you up right now, don't worry too much about that. Just know that we had 1 left over and the remainder is 1. 12 with 1 of something left over. Okay? So let's work the problem now. And if I'm ever going too fast for you, just pause it. If I'm ever talking too fast, working the problem too fast, that's one of the good things about distance learning is you can take it at your own speed. Right? So we're going to do 371. Now divided by 3. Okay? 371. So let's start with how many groups of 3 can go out. Well, let's go really, really big. Let's not do 10 groups or 20 groups or 30 groups. Let's go with 100 groups. That's a huge number, but we can take out one big bite. So 100 groups. Right? 100 times 3 is 300. I knew you knew that. Okay. Josh has probably worked ahead. Maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not there with him. What do we have left? We have 71 left. So, new problem. How many times does 3 go into 71? Think about it, think about it, think about it. I'm trying to think about all the kids in class and who I've called on and who I haven't. And it gets really hard trying to remember all those different people. So for all you other people who I didn't call, 3 times what goes into 70? Well, let's take out 20 groups. Right? 20 times 3 is 60. We have 11 left over. 3 goes into 11 how many times? Well, those of you that are good with your 3s, Miles is singing the 3 song in his head right now. Hopefully. It's my favorite song. 3, 6, 9, 12. Ooh, you went over a 12. 3, 6, 9. 3 groups, right? 3 groups. 3 times 3 is 9. 11 minus 9 is 2. If this number is smaller than this number, you're done. 100 plus 20 plus 3 is 1, 2, 3. By the way, do you think they did that on purpose? I think they did. The answer is 123 with a remainder of 2. Or 123 and 1/2. So if you're looking at that problem, which I skipped the estimate, sorry about that. The estimate was 360 divided by 3. Your answer is 123 hinges and 2 screws left over. So that's the answer to the problem. That's what we did in math today. Karen, you want to say hi? She says no. You just snuck in. I saw you. Just say hi.
Hi. How are you?
It's weird, isn't it?
Welcome to our home.
Welcome to our home. I'm going to take him on a tour later.
Okay.
So that's the problem. That's all for math today. If you want to review this at any time, you can review this. I'll put up what we're doing for whole group again, but whole group is just to go out and do good in the world. Maybe it's to call grandmas and grandpas or aunts and uncles or cousins and just say hi and check in. Maybe it's write a letter. Maybe it's send a text. Maybe it's send an email. Maybe it's to do something good in the world. I'm going to go give blood on Thursday. I don't think kids can give blood, but adults can. Your parents can. So I'm going to be at Research Medical Center on Thursday at 8:45. 8:45 in the morning, Research Medical Center, giving some of my blood out to people that need it. I'm a little bit scared. I don't like needles. And then for Wonders, I'll post a separate, I'll just put it on the bottom what to do with that. It's you don't have to reread chapters 3 and 4. You can if you want to. But it's to make the illustration, the drawing, and the little summary again. You're probably just going to get done with the illustrations in 20 minutes. So I will talk to you later. See you soon. Oh, you want a tour of the house? Tour of the house. We've got Ocean, our fish, is in here somewhere in a very dirty fish tank. Some of you might say, why is there algae in there? The real reason is because I'm not good at cleaning it, but it's actually good because our fish is a beta, and betas are tropical. and actually live. They're attack fish, so if you see he's hiding in the back, you probably can't see, because he wants to attack something. So it's actually good. He'll hide in the seaweed sometimes and come out and attack a pellet. There's some ghost shrimp living in there too. Game shelf, so we've been playing a ton of games lately. Isaac's new favorite one is called King of Tokyo. King of New York, he just yelled from upstairs. It's really fun. This is our kind of TV room. Yoga room. Right, it's nice. It's where we hang out. Sometimes it gets a little bit cold. This is the rest of the living room. Kids spend a lot of time there reading by the fire. So that's enjoyable. It's a chair we read in a lot. It's the couch that Isaac jumps on with Rosie. Over here, maybe one of my favorite rooms. It's a little itty bitty room. It's pretty small. But it's a reading nook. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? I'm coming, Isaac. It's got a little IKEA cloud in there. Isaac and I ripped out all the stuff that was in there. There was a big old TV in there. We ripped all that stuff out. We painted it, and then Mom did the pretty flowers. Okay, over here, going up the stairs. I'll just show you Isaac and Rosie, and then we'll be done. Isaac, say hi.
Hi.
This is Isaac's room. Right, he has a hot air machine on constantly in his room because I think he gets cold or he likes it. This is Isaac's little reading space. A reading nook. It's super cool, right? Plays a lot of Legos. If you see over there, that little hidden area, that is not the way into Narnia. That is the way into, one of the ways into the attic where we put all that insulation up that we talked about earlier on this year. Rosie, go back to your room so I can show them your room.
Our time's over. I heard the clock.
Yeah, you can come out. This is another picture painted by Ernest Vincent Wood.
You didn't show them my wall.
This is me with hair. It's a joke. I have a wig on. That's right before Karen and I got married. Oh, I'll show them the wall picture in a second. This is Rosie's room. Say hey, Rosie.
Hi.
Hi.
These stickers on my wall.
And this is Rosie's room. Isaac wants me to show you the stickers on his wall.
They're fabric.
They're fabric stickers. We just put them up. Isaac actually put them all up himself. They're pretty cool.
No, Mom helped.
Oh, Mom
There's a shark one up there.
Wah! And there's a shark one up there with Pee Wee Herman and a monster that Karen painted. Isaac as a baby, which is pretty cute. And then his little board too. And yes, Isaac is also doing schoolwork at home and Taekwondo. But he's doing schoolwork at home. I'm being his teacher most of the time. He does IXL too. So, pretty cool. That's it. I will see you guys later.